Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Ankit Tech Classes. I am Ankit. So in this session we will discuss about class component and we will also see a demo how we can create a simple class component in React.Js. So let's start. So basically class components are the simple ES6 class which takes parameter or props as an input and returns a simple HTML or JSX element. Basically, JSX is a JavaScript extension which is a combination of the HTML elements as well as the ECMAScript code. If you want to learn more about the JSX, you can see my JSX video of this series. The link is available in the description box. So basically, class component that functional component can take input as a properties, but class component can have their own state, which means it can contain some information which are private to that component and used to describe the user interface. So always recommended to create a component with using the capital letters, starting with the capital letters. So we will see how we can create a simple class component in React. So in the last video, we will see how we can create a simple functional component in React.Js. So we have created a functional component using a simple function like we are creating in C or C++ or C Sharp Java language. Uh, we also see how we can convert the simple function into a ES6 arrow function and to make available these function uh, other part of your application or React.js application, you have to export it. So first you have to create a simple function. The second step is to export it, and if you want to consume it simple in the another component, we just import that component, and after that we have just use a custom element. So we created a simple welcome functional component and export it in and import.js. We import that welcome component and use as a custom element. So under the component folder with welcome.js, we will create a simple class component, class example.js. So first step, we uh, we have to import the React as well as a component class from the React library. Uh, that's step 2. Create a simple class example. To define this class as a React or convert this class into a React component, you have to extend it from the component class of the React library, and the next statement is to create a simple render function which just returns your elements. So I am returning simple h1 tag. You can return any number of elements. but always point to be noted that the every render method function should return only one root level element. Class component. So I am returning simple h1 tag. Now we will import it in the app.js just like as a welcome component. So simply define it, import class example dot slash component slash class example. So missing. Now just use as a custom element class example just like is a welcome component, and this class cannot not contain any properties, so we are using just open and close tag. And if you want to save, it compiles automatically that says fail to comply, while because the class component not exported. So here you can see that in the welcome component we have created a component and we export it, because whenever you created a component, either functional or class component, it is private by default. You have to export it, and by using export default you can make available this component to the every other component or file in your application. So in the class example component we have to export it using the export default class example. So now we save, so it compiled successfully. So here you can see that the welcome at Ankit that was written by the your functional component, that is welcome component, that returns welcome element, and class component example it will return by your class example component. So simply you see that the functional component and the class component both returns the element, but the functional component is a simple, because anyone know C, C++ or any other language in which you have already created or much aware with the functions. So functions are much easier other than the class component. For creating a class and using a different feature of it, you have to the knowledge of the OOPS concepts, and it is also much tricky than the functions. So now you learned that how we can create a simple class component. So what is the reference between functional and class component? Basically functional component is just like as a simple function. It is recommended that you have to always use functional component as much as possible, because we already told I already told that the functional component are the simple to create and easy to understand, and you can easily debug it and understand it. The complex functionality, it is easier because it does not use the this keyword, because the this keyword contains a complex thing. ठीक है. The another benefit is that it does not use the state, so it cannot have their own state, so it is easier to debug and test. You can also called as stateless, dumb or presentational component. Why? Because the functional component does not contain the own state. Now class component, basically class component is just a ES6 class. It contains a rich features just like it's an object oriented programming, because you are using a simple class, so you can use the OOPS concepts as well. Class component can contain their own state in which you can manage your data in a private manner. You can also define a complex logic in it uh, using the different features of the OOPS as well. It also provides the using of the lifecycle OOPS, which we will cover in the later video sessions of this series. You can also use the refs in class component to manipulate the underlying DOM elements. It is also known as stateful. Why stateful? Because it can contain the state, smart or container component. So that's it from this video. If you like this video, so please subscribe my channel if you not done, and share this video. Thank you very much. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.